Attention, please. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Morris Hutzel, board member of OSCA, also representing the Ontario Catholic Supervisory Officers Association. What a great honor and privilege it is for me to be here serving as your Master of Ceremonies. And welcome to the School Qriket Recognition Awards and Premier Cup. Let's have a big hand. I want to hear you. Awesome. We have an incredible program for you this evening, and our board is so delighted and excited that you all have taken the time to be here tonight, especially you, Mr. Premier. We know how busy you are. At this time, I would like to do the land treaty and the acknowledgement of that. We would like to acknowledge that we are gathering here today on the treaty territory of the Mississaugas of the Qriket First Nation, and before them, the traditional territory of the Haudenosaunee, Huron, and Wendat. We also acknowledge the many First Nations, Métis, Inuit, and other global Indigenous people that now call Brampton their home. We are honored to live, work, and enjoy this land. At this time, I would like to welcome Amaya Khan, grade 12 student from Brampton Centennial Secondary School, to please sing our national anthem. Please stand and remove your hats. Amaya.
We see thee rise, our true north, strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Et ta valeur de foi trempée protégera nos foyers et nos droits. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Thank you very much, Amaya. We're really honored tonight, on behalf of our board, to welcome so many VIPs here with us tonight. And we'd like to acknowledge a few of them. They will be speaking a little later in our program. But obviously, just want to recognize Premier Doug Ford, Deputy Mayor Pat Fortini from the City of Brampton, Minister Stephen Lecce, Minister of Finance Peter Bethenfaldi, MPP representing the area Prabmeet Sarkaria, Chief of Police Peel Region Chief Nishan Daraipa. And there will be a few more that I'll introduce as we progress through our program. At this time, it gives me great privilege and pleasure to welcome another board member to the stage, Namita Kanishkan. Namita is a OSCA board member, and she spearheaded our logo competition, and tonight we are thrilled to be officially launching our logo. Without further ado, please, to the stage, Namita.
I would like to officially, we had a soft launch of the logo, but because of the pandemic and everything that went on, we are going to do the official launch. And let's do the countdown. I know everybody has seen the logo. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good evening, everybody. I want to draw your eyes to the screen, and I want to say that the OSCA logo was built upon the concept of active living through Qriket. It portrays togetherness, healthy connection, and most of all, fun. Looking at the image, it is an energetic, youthful player crafted in an abstract way by integrating an explosive energy from the cricket wickets and ball. This energy weaves the wickets together and the colors overlap, portraying togetherness, inclusion, and each color represents a pillar of OSCA. Blue is for healthy lifestyle, red for empowerment, green inclusiveness, and yellow, of course, for fun. The series of rays surround the image, amplifies the energy while adding support and encouragement for all. Overall, the OSCA identity captures our vision and mission, which is energy, excitement, empowerment for youth through the sport of cricket. Last year, we were extremely busy organizing a province-wide student competition for students to give their perspective and their interpretation of OSCA's vision. We ensured that all schools and all students of Ontario had an equal opportunity to participate and be recognized. Engaging the students and recognizing their talent was very important to OSCA. As it was a new concept, our expectations was very low. However, weren't we overwhelmed? We had more than 150 submissions, which was very encouraging. This was all made possible by the following individuals whom I would like to thank for their unwavering commitment, encouragement in making the competition a successful one. Tony Pontes. Of the Council of Ontario Directors of Education who ensured Ontario's 70+ schools board directors receive information about the OSCA contest. Canadian Tire Corporation for donating $5,000 worth of gift cards for the prize winners. The panel of judges from Design for Good and our legal team, Nava Law. The Premier, the staff of the Premier's office, Minister of Education and Ministry staff for arranging very valuable recognition scrolls for the contest winners. Thank you. And these students were honored, mentioned in the competition. You empowered the students to promote OSCA's mandate. Out of the 5 top province-wide winners, 2 are from Peel region. You should be proud of that. We will recognize the 2 who are here with us today during the official presentation. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope you enjoy the night. Thank you.
At this time, I'd also like to acknowledge the volunteers that made tonight possible And a big hand for Brampton Centennial Secondary School, and especially their guidance counselor, Joanne Toon. Moving on, I just also want to acknowledge again a few of our VPs that took time tonight to join us. I want to acknowledge the British Consul General, Jenna Wang. I want to also acknowledge the Chair of SEMA Canada, Karen Steffen. Want to acknowledge Trustee for the Peel District School Board, Kathy McDonald. You heard an acknowledgement for a good friend of mine, Tony Pontus, Executive Director, Council of Ontario Directors of Education, and we'll hear a few more folks. At this time, I'd like to welcome to the stage OSCA President, Board President, Mr. Ken Jeffers.
Thank you, Morris. Thank you for this wonderful evening. I'm looking forward to this with great anticipation. On behalf of the Board of Directors of the Ontario School Cricket Association, I'm truly delighted to welcome Premier Ford and all of the very distinguished people here today who Morris has already mentioned. The significance of this event is clear as we are graced with the presence of so many important and significant people in our lives. The title, Premier's Cup School Cricket, represents the well-appreciated support of the provincial government in the past and in our current endeavors. Our board is very pleased of the past and current support of the various mayors, Tory, Mayor Brown of Brampton, Mayor Crombie, Mr. Sagar. All members of the OSCA board feel very positive that the support of other mayors in the future of this Ontario sport will be forthcoming. And you have already met some of the members of the board. I don't know if I should point them all out again. However, we are all here, with the exception of 2 members of the board, and we are very pleased. We view our role as not only promoting the sport of cricket, which we are enthusiastically pursuing, but we see this as sharing the sport of cricket as another opportunity for young people to prepare themselves for the challenging life experiences that we're all facing in Canada and globally. Premier Ford, Ranil Mendes reminded me that 11 years ago, and I looked at the video again, you were there supporting cricket. 11 years later, you are here, so we really appreciate it. Cricket has a long history in Canada, and you may be aware. I remember when Minister Lecce, you mentioned to the rest of the world that cricket was one of the first national sport of Canada, which is a revealing information that a lot of people don't know. So I appreciate you doing that publicly as well. And please understand that we share the game of cricket. It's a sharing sport. And our experience in sharing cricket with young people for the past 15 years has clearly shown the benefits. We are proud of the diversity of teams and young people who are involved. We are proud of the young girls who are involved in what used to be referred to in the old days as the gentleman's game. We are also proud of also seeing the youth of diverse income backgrounds communicating and sharing the joy of cricket. We are proud of the opportunities we provided for young people in the last few years to play with other young people in the UK, United Kingdom. We had young people traveling to Sri Lanka, Trinidad and Tobago. And so it was a great experience, and we're looking forward to for our tour to Jamaica in the very near future. And so the sponsors, if you're listening, it would be remiss of me if I did not inform you of the diverse ongoing support from both the private and public sector for what we have. The Chartered Institute of Management Accountants, commonly referred to as SEMA, has been extremely helpful and resourceful in promoting the game. And we certainly want to give them a round of applause. You know, in the past, Many years ago, 300 years ago, I used to work in the Parks, Forestry and Recreation in the city of Toronto. And we were so proud to promote cricket at that time. And we had such great support from Canadian Tire, the Globe and Mail, RBC, the Westerns came out, and it went on and on. And so I am very, very positive in the future now that we are here in Brampton, the city of Brampton. And I want to take a moment to say to you, to all the people in the city of Brampton, including the mayor, how sorry we are about the recent tragedy here. I want to take some time to recognize and to acknowledge that we extend our sincere condolences for this very troubling and situation that has happened. So I want you to know that. We also need to let the public know that cricket is among the top 3 wealth generators of the world. It creates a lot of wealth, and we are hoping that with Ontario being, as I would call, the center of cricket in Canada, that at some point in the very near future, or in the future, we can have our first huge international stadium here, which would be great. And I know that there are a number of initiatives that are taking place right now where people are hoping that this could be a reality, and our young people will look forward to participating in the sport in the first international cricket stadium in Canada, which I hope will be in Ontario. And so now, I also want to say that we have been really encouraged as a board by the reception and growing expressions of interest by teachers across the province, which has resulted actually in 2 members of our board who are part of the educational system. We are aware of the objective of the province in addressing a number of situations among young people, and we see cricket as being a unifier, bringing young people together and participating in a healthy lifestyle. And so we are very anxious and looking forward to this. And I want to say, lastly, that we feel and know that cricket is a growing sport, as I said, and that when it begins to happen, we are all part of this history. The Premier, ministers, all of you here are part of the history, and OSCA, we look forward to working with you in the future, and we are hoping that this will be a great opportunity for Canada. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ken. Just also want to continue just to further thank our financial supporters. Ken mentioned Canadian Tire, really thankful to them. Cooperatives Insurance, you see a banner. Tom's Place, doesn't Tom look great over here? Tom Mahalik, for all his work, and also willing to go regularly on News 1010 and promote the game of cricket. So thank you, Tom, for that. For their in-kind support, of course, SEMA Canada, Pattison Media, Ace Entertainment, who's here tonight, thank you very much. Ethnicity Matters, Multicultural Marketing Agency, Asian TV Network, and really, really want to thank you for all of your contributions to make this really important as we try to grow cricket throughout the province. And if anybody is out there that is interested in helping financially, we never say no. So thank you very much. I'd also like to acknowledge the presence of Joe Gerdiza, Instructional Coordinator, Health and Phys Ed for the Peel District School Board, Wayne Brunton, Superintendent of Education, Dufferin-Peel Catholic District School Board, Donald Alva, Superintendent of Education, the Dufferin-Peel Catholic District School Board, Pradeep Raja, Principal, Mississauga Secondary School, Gary Collins, Director of Communications, the City of Brampton. It gives me great pleasure at this time to welcome the Honourable Doug Ford, Premier of Ontario.
Well, first of all, thank you. Oh, there we go. Thank you, Morris, for that introduction, and it's great to be here. You know, This is an exciting time, and I'm going to tell you, it goes way back to, as you mentioned, Ken, when Renell came into the mayor's office, Rob at the day and said, we want to start a cricket tournament. Well, that cricket tournament, which started off, I remember there was, and this was 11 years ago, and we ended up getting, 10 teams, I believe, and 5 were from Etobicoke, and 5 was from Thorncliffe. And that was our first year. And you're right, when we started it, there was RBC, Globe and Mail, and I still have that same outfit on. I packed on a few pounds, so I got to start playing cricket and get in shape. But I still have that same SEMA uniform. You know, and this wouldn't happen, as Morris said, without the collaboration of all the municipalities, the province, everyone's coming together, the school board. So I just want to say thank you very much to all the dignitaries that are here. And I could just see this continuing to grow year after year after year. And I think at the second year or third year, we jumped up to 80 teams. So we went from, I think, 10 teams up to 80 teams. And is Tom here today? Is Tom here? Tom? Is he here? Tom is not here today. No, well, Tom was so gracious. You know, he outfitted all the kids with beautiful suits to go over to the UK and play on a cricket pitch. And I agree. We need to have a world-class cricket pitch somewhere here in Ontario, preferably, yes, preferably Brampton. I got to throw Etobicoke in there. I just have to. You know, we're joined by some great people. Deputy Mayor, thank you for that comment about making sure it's in Brampton. I'm sure Councillor Charmaine Williams will agree with you, and Kathy McDonald, I'm sure you'll agree too that it all should be in Brampton here. But I have my great team, MVP Amarjot Sandhu, local area, Amarjot, representing Brampton, doing a great job. And Minister Sarkaria, Minister, thank you for being here. And Minister Bethenfoley. So if anyone wants a cricket pitch, that guy right there, can you stand up for a minute, Peter? He's the guy that controls all the money, the Minister of Finance. So do not let him go home tonight without making sure he commits to the cricket pitch. And another great minister, Minister Lecce. You know, he can't ask for a better Minister of Education than Minister Lecce. And I affectionately call him Lech. So it's really up to Lech and the Minister of Finance to make sure that happens. And I have all the confidence in the world that it's either going to be in Brampton or it's going to be in Etobicoke North, one of the two. We might have to flip a coin over this. But this, again, couldn't happen without everyone's cooperation, the OSCA. Thank you for all the work that you're doing. We're going to continue to build this to be one of the largest sports anywhere in Canada. I can tell you in Ontario, it is the fastest growing sport, bar none, over anything. So we need more cricket pitches out there. And the sponsors, guys, all the politicians here, we got to start cranking it up on the sponsorships. We all know people that can go out there, support the community. They need to support the community. They need to support cricket. I know we have quite a few of them, but we need to talk to the big banks, because there was one group missing, was the big banks. So leave that up to us. We'll have to make a phone call and see if we can get some support, because nothing's more important to the corporations and supporting their local communities. It is absolutely critical. I can't wait to go out to the first game and toss it around a little bit. And I still have pictures of myself and Mayor Tory playing cricket. And I'm going to tell Mayor Tory I'll call him tonight. I can't wait for a rematch, because I'll whoop his butt. Okay. Anyways, oh yeah, that was it. Yeah, that was. My goodness, do I look young over there? I'm about 50 pounds lighter too. I got to get in shape right now. I was campaigning. Don't worry. After this campaign, I'm going to lose a few more pounds. Anyways, folks, I want to thank each and every one of you. I love cricket. I love the people from Brampton. Have roots in Brampton. When my wife and I got married, where did we move? We moved to Brampton, right off Clark Avenue there on Lisa Street. Spent many, many years on Lisa Street. I love the people. And folks, we're going to get this going. We're going to move forward until the students and the kids over there have the best fun they've ever had. Thank you. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you.
Can we have our Premier come back up here? Because he has a special presentation to make to SEMA. And at this time, I'd like to call upon Karen Stephan to please come to the stage as the Premier has a special presentation to make to SEMA.
I want to congratulate the members of the Chartered Institute of Management Accountants, better known as SEMA. And I can tell you, SEMA has been there from the first day Renelle walked into her office, so thank you. On celebrating the organization's 50th anniversary, that's a long time, management accountants play an important role in public and private sectors. Through their skills, they help companies budget, plan, manage risks, identify opportunities, and formulate winning strategies. I want to thank you for all you do to help strengthen our financial sector and our economy. I also commend you for promoting the fine sport of cricket in Ontario schools. Through the founding of Ontario Schools Cricket Association, sports are a great way for young people to learn the benefits of hard work, discipline, and teamwork. As we emerge from the pandemic, professional organizations such as yours play an important role in building the future of Ontario. Once again, congratulations on 50 years of professional excellence. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Good? We're good.
Thanks for that reminder, Renelle. Okay, at this time, we did have Mayor of Brampton, Patrick Brown, here earlier. Unfortunately, he had other commitments, so we appreciated his attendance. But at this time, I'd like to call upon the Deputy Mayor, Pat Fortini, please.
Thank you, everyone. So I'm Pat Fortini, the Deputy Mayor for the City of Brampton, and also the Regional Councillor for Ward 7 and 8. So I'm going to say a couple of words, and I'm going to leave it to my colleague, Charmaine Williams, to say the rest. You know, going back to these sports, I always thought soccer was a growing thing, but the last 10 years, cricket actually has exploded. And going back to that, we did have 3 years ago a cricket tournament, and it was worldwide. So since the Premier and the Minister of Finance here, we want a cricket stadium here, because we just sent out an RFP to do a multi-sports here at the Powerade Center. So it will go in Brampton. So I'll leave it with that. We have 18 fields and 4 down the pipeline coming. So I want to thank for everyone from here, and I'm going to leave it to my colleague, Charmaine Williams, to say some words. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Councillor Fortini and Deputy Mayor. It looks good on him, eh? I'm Councillor Charmaine Williams, Ward Partner to Councillor Fortini, and it is such an honor and a pleasure to see this program grow. We have so many students and kids in Brampton that are being introduced to this sport and are loving this sport, and we want to see it continue. In the City of Brampton, we do thrive on promoting mental health and encouraging healthy lifestyles, and activities like cricket is the way for us to go. Partnering with the community and local municipalities and school boards, the program has grown over the last decade, impacting over 5,000 students annually. That's significant. So thank you so much. We are right behind with cricket being here in Brampton. Yes, we want it here in Brampton. We've had debates about it in council, and we have more and more cricket pitches coming online. Thank you so much, and have an excellent afternoon.
Just before I call upon our Minister of Education, Mr. Lecce, just want to acknowledge the fact that really through the Ministry of Education and through the Ford government, we have been able to bring and introduce cricket. And I represent Hamilton Catholic, and we have a number of schools that are now introducing. It's great. There are obviously a number of teams, obviously here in Peel and in Toronto and in Ottawa and now in Hamilton, and growing across the province. And this happens because of monies that are allocated for school boards to purchase equipment, to pay for training. That's how I met Renille. and his team, and it's making a difference because physical literacy of students is important as we come through this pandemic. Mental well-being, it's a challenge, and we want to provide our students with those kinds of activities that will support them. So without further ado, our Minister of Education, Mr. Lecce.
Well, thank you very much. I have a question for the kids here today. Who here is a good cricket player? Put your hand up. Looks like everyone's a good cricket player. Let me tell you who's not a good cricket player. This guy right here, as I've just learned playing with you for the last 30 minutes. It is wonderful to be with you. I just want to say to the students here today that we are so proud of you for participating in the Premier's Cup, for being wonderful young leaders, good team players, and most especially for representing the best of our country. I'm honored to serve with our parliamentarians, including here in Brampton, Amarjot Sandhu and Prabmeet Zakaria, two hardworking members from Brampton, the Minister of Finance, Peter Bethan-Thalvi, and of course our Premier. All of us have been working so hard to make sure that your children get a good quality education, that they're in school, learning where they belong. And to the parents, some parents I see have some toddlers with you, some young kids under 6. I'm sure you are relieved that we were able to land a good deal for families by delivering affordable $10 childcare for moms and dads in Brampton and in every region of this province. So I thank you for your support for the sport of cricket. It is indeed the oldest sport, a sport that brings people together. And as I've seen myself, this sport has unified people from all regions of the world. So I ask all of you to remain positive, to remain optimistic. We are getting through the worst of this pandemic, and we're doing so united as Canadians. So God bless you, and thank you.
Thank you, Minister, for getting us back on track in terms of timing. I love it. That's short, sweet, but to the point. And that's great about the new agreement with childcare. We're really thrilled about that. At this time, I would like to call upon UK Consul General Jenny Young to bring greetings. Okay, sorry. At this time, I'd like to call upon SEMA Canada Chair, Karen Stephen. Karen, please come to the podium at this time. And it's so great that Karen is able to join us today. Karen is the VP of Finance in HR Professional Association. Karen, to the stage.
Good afternoon, Premier Ford, ministers, school board and other officials, parents, students, and friends. I'm delighted to be here today representing the Chartered Institute of Management Accountants of Canada and the global organization. We are the largest global organization. Thank you. We are the largest global organization of management accountants with 180,000 members and students in over 156 countries, many of which are cricket-playing nations. So what has management accounting to do with cricket? We are connected for 2 reasons. Firstly, as management accountants, we focus on value creation and use strategy to deliver value through innovation and by building partnerships. Our member volunteers, many of you know Ranil, use these skills to successfully launch the SEMA Mears Trophy, Cricket Across the Pond, and the school cricket tournaments, forging partnerships with large corporations, school boards, and the city and provincial authorities. We also believe in investing in the future, and that is in our students. Our volunteers have passionately worked to develop programs and secure funding for cricket in schools to promote inclusion and develop leadership skills and the all-round well-being of students to the amazing team sport of cricket. The logo unveiled today shows the potential of our kids. We also know that success of the program, which started small and had your support, Premier Ford, when you were councillor, has now grown too big for a group of volunteers, hence the birth of OSCA. We at SEMA Canada congratulate OSCA on the launch of the Premier Cup School Cricket 2022 and wish OSCA the very best as the organization takes cricket onto the next big phase. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Karen. At this time, I'd like to call upon Tony Pontus, Council of Ontario Directors of Education, to say a few words. Tony, please. And through Tony's good work, I got to join this wonderful board, so thanks, Tony.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure to be here and to acknowledge that today we're unveiling the Ontario School Cricket Association logo. And I want to particularly congratulate all of the students across the province, and particularly those in Peel, of course, who participated in the design of those wonderful and very creative designs. I also want to make sure that I take a moment to thank these great children. First of all, they're very courteous, and also those students out there that are playing, obviously they just can't get enough of cricket, and I don't blame them. Much as I have difficulty with the sport itself, I have to say that's a hard sport. So I congratulate our students, and you, young man, for playing cricket. I also want to thank and recognize Renil Mendez and Martin Buckle. They, of course, thank you, yes. Might have been 11 years ago for the Premier. I think it was about 10 years ago that they landed in my office and talked about their vision for expanding cricket to all students across the province. And they were right on. So I want to thank them and congratulate them. I also want to acknowledge SEMA for the time that they provided to Martin and to Renil, time away from their work to do this kind of great leadership work in cricket. And finally, Canadian Tire. I want to thank them and all of the sponsors for the support that they're providing and have provided to our students to learn about, to excel in, and most importantly, to have fun in playing cricket. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tony. This time I'd like to call upon Joe Gardiza, representing Peel District School Board. Joe's not here. Thank you. At this time, then I'd like to call upon Wayne Brunton, Superintendent, representing Dufferin Peel Catholic District School Board.
Thank you and good evening, and I'd just like to take this opportunity to thank the Ontario Schools Cricket Association for welcoming Dufferin Peel. Unfortunately, Tuesday nights is our regular board meeting with our Board of Trustees, so our Director of Education, Dr. Marianne Mazzarato, sends her regrets, but a deep supporter of cricket in the Peel region. And I'd like to thank again Premier Ford, Honourable Lecce, for your support in our Catholic schools. And of course, our vision and our hope and our goal is to ensure that cricket is a sport in which every student will come to the school, and when you go into the gym storage room, they get all excited. They see the basketball, the volleyballs. Well, cricket's going to be a norm in our schools, just as hockey is one day. And that's my dream, is that every student will get the opportunity to play cricket, to welcome cricket, and every community will see the beauty of this sport. So I want to thank Renil, and I want to thank everybody who has supported cricket, and I look forward to the wonderful work that's being done with obviously the support of our provincial government. So thank you and God bless.
Okay, so I know that students have been waiting a long time, and you've been great. So, you know, I know you've adjusted well to face-to-face, virtual learning, but you're doing a great job, and I know you want to play, so I'm trying to speed this up. As was mentioned, Canadian Tire has been a huge sponsor. And out of $5,000 Canadian Tire gift cards, we are going to be presenting $1,000 to 5 recipients, 2 of which are with us tonight, and they will be receiving this. And it'll be an awesome opportunity to have a photo opportunity with the Premier. It gives me great pleasure to call upon Jenna Wang, representing the Woodlands Secondary School from Mississauga, Ontario, and Ryden Paris, Clairville Public School, Brampton, Ontario. Could you please come up to the front here? And I know Renil has some of the awards that he will hand out. And here's the photo op. And is Ryden here? Right, okay, perfect. And is Jenna here? Okay. And now I'd like to also acknowledge the other 3 recipients were Alicia Vaccarella from St. Teresa of Lisieux Catholic High School, Richmond Hill, Aiden Austria, St. Brother Andre Catholic High School in Markham, and Carrie G, representing St. Robert Catholic High School in Thornhill, Ontario. So I want to thank and acknowledge those individuals. And I know Kathy McDonald, trustee for Dufferin Peel, has some, from Peel Public, from Peel Public. She is going to present 2 books to our 2 recipients. Statistics on West India Qriket. Wow, that's great. Thank you very, very much. And so at this time, I'm going to ask that our... Yeah, I did. And then again, congrats to Alicia, Aiden, and Carrie. Okay, folks, we're almost at the end here. At this time, I will ask our Premier, Doug Ford. I will ask our Deputy Mayor, Pat Fortini, to please join me here at the front, in front of the stage. I'd ask for Karen Stephen from SEMA, Tony Pontus, Wayne Brunton, and Ken Jeffers to please come line up. And we are going to have an opportunity for the students to be recognized for their medals. And I know that Renil and team are going to help us out. And we're lining up the kids, and they're going to come around. And parents, there'll be an opportunity. So if you can just remain where you are and not crowd us here at the front. And then we will have an opportunity for photos in the field. So, Renil will give me the sign when we're ready to go, and really thank you very much. How about a big round of applause for all our students who are being recognized this evening? Okay, are we ready? All right, thank you, our wonderful ministers, humble servants, lovely. All right, here we go. If we could move this light, that'd be great, and so the kids, students can file right across and make their way around. All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, on behalf of all of us tonight, the board of the Ontario School Cricket Association, we want to thank you very much. Thanks for attending. Wish you a safe travel back home. All the best. And remember, play cricket. Thank you. Good night.